going on, everybody? Welcome to the Filsinger Games Character Spotlight with Mike and Brock.
Mike.
I'm Brock, and we're going to continue our journey through Sudden Death 2104 with Scion Nexus. Oh, that was good. That was really focused there.
Yeah,
And Doomsayer's manager card. He's back to his old managing ways. Looks more jacked than ever, but no stats.
yeah. It's just one of those sad things.
He's got a
Nobody.
large head.
Yeah.
A headbutt
We'll
from
start
that
with
guy could have been his
we'll start with
finisher,
Doomsayer since it shouldn't take long to get that out of the way.
right?
Let me
Doomsayer.
Give me 1 second, and I will grab the
GWF files.
GWF files, which I now keep close since we never know when Jeff is going to make an appearance.
Mm-hmm. I should try and track down my old handbooks. Read the handbook entry for them. Uh-oh, now I'm out of focus. The viewership just went up.
So we got Doomsayer. So let's read the Doomsayer. The personification of evil scientist, Doomsayer
Mm,
entered the GWF in 2090, and he was instantly recognizable anywhere because of his odd floating chair and crippled body.
mm.
Behind the body, however, lay a very brilliant mind. He brought him with an odd assortment of aliens collectively known as the Galactic Rebels. His first experiment with the greatest device, the Transevolver, was to put Comrade Terror through its rigors. Dreadnought came out of the mix, and he has also put in Serpent Unman, Tung Soon in reverse, the Cosmic Forces, Pollux, and several others through his machine. Doomsayer was forced out in 2097 in a hostile takeover by Dreadnought, but returned the following year. A new man, literally, he stole the body of a man named Astarte? Sure,
Sarte.
Astarte, and competed on his own in a brief run lasted until 2101 when he was suspended by then Commissioner Grogan until Doomsayer returned to his old body. The suspension was lifted in 2104 and Doomsayer returned in his old body but with a new exoskeleton. He signed with the CPC and stayed with them until the suspension of wrestling in 2110. He went to Dimension Y with the GWF and agreed to put Mutant through the Transvolver in the mistaken belief that Mutant was Montrol. While on Centra, he struck a deal with Vengeance to provide a poison to kill the Minister of War Massacre so that he could obtain the services of a top Atheran fighter for his Transvolver. The trio almost got away with it. It's like a Scooby thing.
Yeah, if it wasn't for those meddling kids.
Vantas figured out the plot, but since a crime had been committed in another dimension, they got off scot-free back in Dimension K. Transvolved Atheran turned on him to become Disaster, and his team began to crumble around him. He managed to cobble together a motley group called the Desperate Measures to battle the Gladiators in Sudden Death of 2114, but were hopelessly outmatched by the disgusted Doomsayer announcing disbanding of his team that the Transvolver would be auctioned off to the highest bidder in 2016. Really? So it's just like a Transvolver floating out there?
Yeah, I wonder who has it now.
That's
Huh. Someone who's further ahead in the game is gonna have to let us know who has that.
the things you learn.
Yeah, if we just read this stuff. Doomsayer, he's much more interesting in this card than we ever thought.
The one thing I always found weird with the Transvolver was how tongues like there's like a whole thing where Tung Soon is just did he start off as a lizard and then made human? Or
What was he born as?
yeah,
Because he's from Cygnus, isn't he?
Soldier of Fortune?
Because he was Tonsung of Cygnus.
Yeah.
Or did he migrate there?
See, these are questions I'm getting as I'm learning about the game.
We need to start jotting these down so the next time we have Tom on, we could grill him a little bit on these.
When you don't just, when you don't follow the storylines, this is all brand new. Soldier of Fortune. Yeah, he's from Cygnus.
Okay, so he got turned human then.
Yeah.
Human.
and de-evolution.
Yeah.
Wonder if he has kids, what they would come out as.
I'd say his, I don't know. His DNA would still be alien, right?
Yeah,
We gotta get to the bottom of this.
yeah. We got some serious questions from Mr. Filsinger.
We do.
And then anybody who checks up on us, fill in. Who owns the Transvolver in 2116?
Yeah, please let us know.
The suspense is going to kill us for the next 2 weeks till someone tells us.
Right? I'll have to start digging through handbooks. I'll go to I'll find my 2116 handbook and see if it's mentioned in there. Unless it's one of those things that they just left open.
And like for me, I haven't brought back Doomsayer.
Hmm.
I just haven't found any team that I'd want him part of. Like, one, he's not that, a five distractor. When you're worse than, you know, you're a manager and five is equal to
Anybody.
yeah, just a
It's the generic
Rambo.
number.
And you're like, yeah, I'm as good as him. Fan in the crowd, yeah, I'm as good a manager as him.
Yeah, bring that guy over the barrier. He's just as good.
So I might bring him at one point into my CPC.
Hmm.
So, but at the moment I have it, I'm in 2105. So I'm just a year back, but it's just because I haven't found a storyline for him,
Yeah.
and I know you didn't use him.
No. The cards like this, I'm like, did this really need to be a card, or could he just been mentioned in the handbook?
And
You
you
know?
and you go back to his old body.
Yeah. Because it's just new art for the same exact card.
Yeah. And when did this set come out roughly? I want to say,
1996.
yeah, because I created the first manager back with Corbin in the NGO.
Hmm.
And then about 2 years after that, managers started to get their own backs.
And they've all had them since then. And all these cards that they've redone and the reimagined sets now have stats on the back.
Yeah.
So good job on that.
So it's one of those things where I always liked the Doomsayer and Collector. I liked them both
Hmm.
because of what possibilities they brought to the game.
Right. And they each have like an archetype. This is the guy who wants to fight but can't. So
Yeah.
he surrounds himself with, you know, powerful people. And then the collector, he took guys that he saw potential in and changed them to make them better in his opinion by turning them bad.
Now, Doomsayer reminded me of Dr. Moreau.
Hmm.
You know, instead of, doing surgery, he trans-evolved him
Uh-huh.
and made wild creatures.
Poor Reptilo.
But it was one of those things where I'm like, yeah, it's a cool. And then when Doomsayer became a wrestler who looked like Mongol from the Superman comics,
Sarte.
I I I you know he was a little better than average, but he was a wrestler I just couldn't get behind, so I just had a tough time pushing him or wanting to use him.
Hmm.
And then he reverted back to this,
Yeah.
which reminds me of you know the leader on steroids.
Hmm. Yeah. But he didn't fight.
No, he could have.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't understand that. Like he's jacked in this big robot body, but he didn't do anything, just distractions.
Yeah, but now if you think of it this way, it's a blank. You could just add your own.
That's true. You could come up with something for him.
Yep, add your own on the back.
Either
Except for the
stats
promoter.
or a chart.
I just thought of that. I'm like, hey, it's a blank back, even in pencil.
Yeah. Make a photocopy though. These are out of print. They're probably collectible.
Yeah, that you could do. And we can't really power creep the poor guy.
No, just make his distractor rating a 6.
Make him one better than the average fan that would hop over a room barrier.
Yeah. It's funny.
So, yeah, like I said, there's not much you can do with him, but
Yeah.
the
He's definitely a
storyline,
good character though. I'm glad,
yeah,
he hung around for a while still. 2116. So 11 more years, 12 more years after this card came out. So
yeah, he started in 2090
yeah, he had a almost 30-year run.
and ended, what they say, 2114. Yeah, so he had a 24-year run.
Hmm.
Now subtract a couple years due to him being banished, but still, it's a solid career actually.
Hmm. Managed some of the greats, involved in some of the early controversial things,
And he did bring in the cosmic forces, so for that I'm forever grateful.
right? And then he ruined them.
He did. So disappointed at that. Cosmic forces. Everybody loved the cosmic forces, I think, except for Tom.
Maybe. That's great.
But let's let's slide on over to Scion Nexus.
Canadian,
Yeah, I'm from Montreal, so
yeah, French Canadian.
yeah. And
This is his rookie card.
yeah. Did he go by something else after?
No, he's always Scion Nexus.
Okay.
Yep. He gets three more cards, in fact. So he hangs around for a little while.
Well, at least he doesn't have a very big profile.
It's probably the only card he had at the time.
And that is true. So, following in the long line of the sons walking in their father's footsteps, or bootsteps, as it were, Scion Nexus, adopted son of GWF Hall of Famer Lord Nexus, has been wrestling since 2104, primarily used in the Titan Attack tag team with Ursa Major. Scion Nexus has gradually improved over the years, using mainly the scientific, rule-abiding types and maneuvers of the Fighting Titans team known for. His, his visually impressive finishers have earned him more than a few victories. With a revamped look and repertoire, some folks are predicting Scion Nexus could surpass the lofty career of his father soon.
Hmm.
He earned one cruiserweight title reign and helped the Titans vanquish the Hitman in Sudden Death 2114. While he primarily fought against Eclipse, the former Titan partner, the popular Titan faces a headline feud against the Fourth Realm in
Oh,
2115.
oh, so that's his third card then.
Yeah. Currently for me, I brought him in the CPC,
Hmm.
so my low tier fed, and I think that's where he still is. He teams up with another guy I made from Titan called Dagger. He was a bootleg, one of the early bootlegs.
Hmm.
I mean Dagger Mac,
I've heard of that one.
and it's one of my favorite bootlegs. But they formed a tag team. They haven't won any gold, but they do okay.
Yeah, he's got a tag finisher with Ursa Major, I believe. Yeah, Twin Hazards, which is combines the rise and fall, which is a top rope victory roll, and Ursa Major hits a cannonball on top of the opponent after that. So that would kill somebody.
Let's see, a victory roll, and then somebody cannonballs you from the top rope.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
So
don't
it's a
think
top
Tom
rope
thought this
victory
one
roll.
through.
Yeah. So I guess while he's in the pinning predicament, he hits the cannonball with a
Yeah.
victory roll. That's brutal.
Yeah.
It's a +3.
Should be maybe possibly a little higher.
He can miss it though. If he rolls a
Oh,
2 through 5, he misses. And the opponent rolls death jump, or they can choose to roll up on level 2 offense.
yeah. Yeah, some of these moves, when you think about them, the worst all-time finisher for me is whiplashes.
Yeah.
Oh no. You're bending my thumb back. How will I ever get out? Oh,
Actually
well,
hurts worse to bend your thumb this way.
yeah. This is where you bend it back. Oh, how?
That's why they wear the dishwashing gloves. It's because of whiplash.
Yep. He had what was that football stuff? Stick 'em or something like
Yeah.
that.
Yep.
Tack. Makes his hands tacky to hold on to your thumb while he bends it backwards.
Uh-huh.
And then you get this move that on the other end of the spectrum, which should legitimately kill people. And so with Scion Nexus, like I said, I've been using them, as a tag guy.
Hmm.
Uh, he's slowly going to creep up the ladder. He'll probably enter the NGA in the next year or so, I figure, because I'm on his, I think I'm on his second card in 2105,
Okay.
which is just a little better. I'm not too sure with the raw ratings.
Yeah, he gets a pretty big bump on the raw ratings. He doubles his stats actually. He goes from a 20 in singles matches from 20 to 45, and in tag matches 28 to 57. So he's a real tag specialist in that second card.
That's nice.
Yeah. Still tagging with Ursa Major.
Yeah.
So,
Well, that's one thing too about you have a tag team like that where both guys gradually get better. They can actually become a decent tag team.
oh yeah, I mean, with those stats, they're a threat. Because Ursa Major is even better, I think, as he upgrades. Yeah, yeah, his 2109 card is 3444, so he gets a big bump too. He actually has negative stats in his first card. Negative raw rating. Negative 36, negative 35. Ursa Major.
He just gradually got better.
Yep. It
But
just
that's what
clicks
you
for
wanted
him.
to see with those guys.
Yeah, you don't see that so much anymore. Usually people just come in at their prime and then they might get one update and then they're gone.
Yeah.
Feels like.
People have much shorter careers here.
Hmm. Yeah. But it is what it is. This feels out of focus.
Yeah, and we're in this point in time, where the game is, the game is caught up to us.
Yeah. So we might have to start talking about a new topic. So it passed me up a while ago. So it's
I'm in
fun
these
stuff.
guys where I'm like, yeah, I've been wrestling with them for a year.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah. And then we got to reboot. That's all we got to do. Never get caught up. Never be current. Even though that stuff's very readily available. Easy to find.
We just need an new updated GWF file so we can figure out what's going on.
Or at least somebody please update the wiki at least. Can we get that? Can we throw that out there? Because that hasn't been updated since 2025, I think, when they
Well,
first went to color.
few weeks ago we talked about ideas for the game,
Hmm.
and I did bring it up and I did message some people, so they do want to come on the show
Cool.
just to talk about the game, so we can bring up parts of the game with some of the Inner circle.
And the staff. Yeah, there you go.
Since there's no more roll up,
Yeah, it's
it,
been a while.
it's unofficially it's dead.
Mm.
Officially, it's never gone away.
It'll be back at some point. It'll be back.
But yeah, so how many other people have found ways to use Scion? Do you use him with Ursa Major? Do you make him a singles guy?
I think it'd be fun to tag him with his dad.
That is a possibility.
I mean, I know Lord Nexus is pretty much retired at this point, isn't he?
Yeah, but you could always just keep him around.
Yeah. So that'd be fun just to, like it's just not a long run with them, like, but
It's like the Griffies. For 1 year they got
yeah.
to come to the field together.
I think that'd be cool. Give him one little run.
Yeah, that is a possibility. But for our Mount Rushmore topic, we're going to do favorite wing flavor since we all love buffalo wings.
We do. We do.
We have eaten many, many, many.
I mean, this is gonna be hard to come down to four
Yeah.
because I like them all.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever come across a buffalo wing where I'm like, nah, this sucks. But I'll start.
Okay.
Um, my top four. Now, even though I love spicy food, I don't
hmm
like my wings overly hot.
Okay.
Now, I remember uh, one of the first times I went to Buffalo. Now, this is a side story. One of the first times I went to Buffalo was with Tim Dalton
Okay.
to visit Tim, and he took us to a restaurant, and the restaurant had these suicide hot wings that were just insanely hot.
Yeah. Everyone always has that.
But they didn't put the sauce on the wings, so you could dip and pick how much you had.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Tim and myself were trying to, outdo each other, and we're just putting more and more of this sauce on. And Tim has the last go, and I remember he dipped it and just soaked it, and then he started eating it. And I'm watching Tim in front of me, and I just see his head go red, and then I just see beads of sweat just start forming up on his head. And I'm like, "Yeah, you win." And since then, I'm like, I want my wings to be, have some flavor.
See, stuff like that, like that's just hot to be hot. But
Yeah.
like a Thai dish, that's like a super spicy Thai dish. That's flavorful spice. So to me, that's different. Like
Yeah.
it's still just as hot, but it has a taste to it too. These gimmicky wing sauces that are just hot to be hot, they're just not good. You know?
So I'd probably pick the standard classic honey garlic.
hmm
I love a good honey garlic. Um, the hottest I'll probably go on a wing is a nice medium
Okay.
sauce, like a Frank's Red Hot.
Yeah.
That's a medium. Then maybe a bit off, but if I go to St. Louis Bar and Grill, they have a Parmesan cheese.
Okay.
And then for my fourth, I would go Cajun. It's a dry rub,
That's my number one.
and not too many people. Not it doesn't go out on too many people, but I'm like, oh, the Cajun is very good.
The blackened Cajun. It's
Yeah,
like, yeah, that's my all-time favorite.
yeah. And then
There's, go ahead.
and then the next one I would choose is sweet chili Thai.
Okay. Those are solid choices.
Yep.
This is tough for me, but definitely the blackened Cajun are my absolute favorite. There's a wing place that it is in the same plaza as the comic book store I worked in for nearly 20 years. Every time I didn't get them this time because I was just in a hurry. But I run their Pokemon events still, and every time before I go, I order blackened wings, or the manager will order them for me because I do him a favor by running the events for him, and he'll get the wings for me. They are so good. They stink up the whole store, but they are so good. And then they just have that black residue on your hands, and you just, for. But that's my number one. I'm a fan of hot garlic. That's another one that'll also stink up a room.
Yeah, you can go to like we got a bunch of different wing places, and you go in, and they got like 45 different types of wing
hmm
flavors.
Yeah. This is just like a Frank's Red Hot with a lot of garlic in it,
Yeah.
basically. It's not super hot, but it's pretty good. Um, I like just regular buffalo wings, not the super hot, but like, you can feel the spice. That's three. I'm trying to whittle it down here.
You like your wings breaded or non-breaded?
Non-breaded. I think that I'd rather just, get the crispy skin and all that stuff. Do you prefer the drumsticks or the flats?
Either or. If I'm dipping, like if I get a blue cheese sauce,
hmm
I like the flats because I could
Okay.
put more on it.
I have
But
to do ranch. I'm allergic to blue cheese.
if I'm just having it, then um if I'm just eating wings regularly, I don't have a favorite.
hmm I like lemon pepper. Will be on my list. Lemon
That,
peppers is a dark horse favorite of mine.
yeah.
And for my honorable mention, hmm, I'll go garlic parmesan for a nice nice mild kind of taste.
Yeah, I think that's what that is from the when I said it was a parmesan, a cheesy parmesan. I think it's a
hmm
garlic parmesan.
Yeah, they're a nice mild wing with a lot of
Yeah.
flavor.
Yeah.
But yeah, we overlapped a lot on that one. Nashville hot is good. I like Nashville hot with the not it's not too spicy and it has a nice it's hard to describe the taste, but it has a sweet heat almost.
Yeah. It's like the sweet chili Thai almost.
Yeah, they are similar to that. Yeah, I think that'll probably have to be yeah, I'll go with those. With
There,
ranch,
there-
I can't have blue cheese.
there's just so many wings like and where you get them from like there out of all the wing places in our area, for me the best place to get wings is the Zares, which is like it's a grocery store,
Yeah, yeah.
but they have their hot food section, but they bread their wings,
Okay.
and I'm not lying when I say their drumsticks are about that big and their flats are about that thick.
Nice.
Now, it's not all bread, it's like it's meaty.
hmm
They're good, and a lot of people go there, and I'm like, oh, so good.
Nice. It's been a while since I've gone out for some wings.
Yeah, I might have to go this weekend.
Yeah, I was at the comic book store this past weekend, and it just the usual guy that works there he's out on medical, so it's like, yeah, I just wanted to get in and out, you know. So yeah, now I'm hungry at 11 o'clock at night as we record.
So the one thing too, we should have mentioned it last week when we had She Devil on. Want to congratulate the Uncharted Territory group on their 200th episode.
Wow, nice. Good for them. Consistency.
Now I know none of them watch this.
No, we're not cool enough. They did give us a weekly shout out, though, I believe.
Yep, they give us two. They give one just to you
Yes.
in your Twitch stream, and then one to the both of us. So you get double dipped by them.
Yes. I wish we could get people from this community over to Twitch. It's not scary. It's not scary.
Yep.
It's easy. We play other games on there that are just, just a type of couple things in chat to participate. Not bad.
Yeah,
But
can win some of your free cards.
yeah, yeah. Or you could just buy them if you don't want to put in the work.
And sit through the commercials. I sit through the commercials.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't have to pay anything for Twitch. You
Yep.
can the ads are about I have the lowest ad frequency to get paid. It's like every 22 minutes, I think, like just like TV,
Yeah,
basically.
it's
So
four to five commercials.
yeah, it's 2 minutes every 22 minutes, I think is what it is. So yeah.
Help
Or
help
you could
some.
just pay their Twitch, I could say it on here because I'm not on that platform right now. They keep raising the rates of subscriptions. They're killing creators, basically. When I first started streaming in 2021, it costs $3.99 to subscribe to a Twitch channel for the month. And then it went up to 4.99. Then it went up to 5.99. Now I started my fourth year. Just in September, they raised it to 7.99 for one
They doubled the
channel.
price.
They doubled the price in 3 years. Now I still get like my cut is still the same percentage, so I get more per, but you can't expect people to pay $8 a month for that now.
No.
In this inflated economy we have right now, it's just ridiculous. But I could do that over here because I'm not on their platform. I can talk a little smack, but I'm gonna get banned. But anyway, come check it out. I don't expect you to subscribe. If you do, thank you. It does support me in the channel, but yeah, it's a fun little community we've built over there.
It is.
We have a
I've come
core
to know
group
some
of
of the
about
people,
10.
and some of the people have even appeared on this show, like
They
Derek
have.
Bond.
They have. They have. We need to get Brad on here. Brad's seasoned at YouTube. We need to get him on here. We've talked about it a few times, but we'll make it happen. Anyway, now I think we're officially rambling.
Yep. Now we can
This is what
head
happens
this
when
on out.
Doomsayer doesn't have a back. All right, everybody. Thank you for listening. Please click that thumbs up button if you enjoyed the video. If you have not yet done so and you would like to know when we're posting new stuff, please click that subscribe button. And while you're here, scroll on down to the description. You'll find all of our friends who make Filsinger Games related content, including the official Filsinger Games podcast roll up. We'll leave them in there because they might come back. The Legends team's Uncharted Territory, Dizzy Dice from Lee Longpree, um, solo promoter from Grant. Grant's also here on YouTube as solo promoter. We have Brad Plays 81, who I just mentioned, Bucky 749, Dave Little's Heartland Championship Wrestling. After further review, I'm sure there's some others. And then, like I was saying, I'm on Twitch every Tuesday, Friday, and Sunday. I try and incorporate Champions of the Galaxy in some way. We play a game called Stream Raiders, and all of the skins that I have earned, I've converted my Champions of the Galaxy bootleg characters into characters in that game. So it all goes full circle. So check that out if you have a chance. And yeah, this was fun, everybody. We'll see you next time.
All right, everyone.
Later.